Hello, friend. Have you ever felt like you're running on a treadmill, expending a lot of energy but not really getting anywhere? Or perhaps you've looked at highly successful people and wondered what their secret is, how they manage to achieve so much while maintaining a sense of purpose and calm. Well, today we're going to dive deep into a topic that promises to unlock that very mystery, the 8 habits of highly effective people. This isn't just a list, it's a journey into a different way of thinking, a shift in perspective that can profoundly impact your life. By the end of our time together, you'll not only understand these habits, but also feel empowered to begin integrating them into your own daily routine, transforming your potential into palpable progress. You're here because you're ready for change, ready to elevate your effectiveness, and I'm thrilled to guide you on this path. If you're excited to uncover these life-changing insights, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more content designed to help you thrive. Let's begin with the cornerstone of all effectiveness, being proactive. This isn't just about taking initiative. It's a fundamental shift in how you view your life and your responses to it. Imagine 2 people facing a setback, perhaps a missed deadline or an unexpected challenge at work. The reactive person might immediately blame external factors. My boss gave me too much to do, or the client changed their mind at the last minute. They feel like a victim of circumstances, their emotions and actions dictated by what happens to them. Their language is often filled with "I can't," "I have to," or "if only." They focus their energy on their circle of concern, all the things they worry about but have no control over. This leads to feelings of helplessness and frustration. On the other hand, the proactive person, while acknowledging the external challenge, focuses on their circle of influence. They ask themselves, what can I do in this situation? How can I respond constructively? They understand that while they cannot control everything that happens to them, they always have control over their response. This is a profound psychological insight. The space between stimulus and response is where our freedom lies. It's in this space that we choose our response, and in that choice lies our growth and our happiness. A proactive individual takes responsibility for their choices in their life. They don't wait for things to happen, they make things happen. They foresee potential problems and take preventative measures. They focus on what they can do rather than dwelling on what they cannot. This doesn't mean they ignore reality or are immune to difficulties. It means they actively seek solutions and adapt their approach. Philosophically, this echoes existentialist thought, emphasizing personal responsibility and the freedom to create meaning in a world that often feels chaotic. Psychologically, it taps into a sense of self-efficacy, the belief in one's capacity to influence events that affect one's life. By consciously choosing to be proactive, you move from being a passenger in your life to becoming the pilot, steering your course with intention and purpose. This habit is the fertile ground from which all other effective habits grow. Right? Moving on from proactivity, the next crucial habit is to begin with the end in mind. This might sound simple, but its implications are profound. It means having a clear understanding of your destination before you embark on the journey. Think about building a house. You wouldn't just start laying bricks without a blueprint, would you? Similarly, in life, it's essential to have a mental blueprint for where you want to go, who you want to be, and what you want to achieve. This habit operates on the principle that all things are created twice. First a mental creation, and then a physical creation. Without that mental creation, that clear vision, you risk spending your days busy but not productive, climbing the ladder only to find it's leaning against the wrong wall. This habit encourages you to define your values and principles. What truly matters to you? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? What would you want people to say about you at your funeral? These are not morbid questions, but powerful tools for self-reflection that help you articulate your personal mission statement. This mission statement then becomes the criterion by which you make all your decisions. When faced with a choice, you ask yourself, does this align with my ultimate goals and values? If not, it's easier to say no, even to seemingly good opportunities, because you have a higher purpose guiding you. Psychologically, this provides an immense sense of direction and motivation. When your daily tasks are linked to a larger, meaningful purpose, they cease to be mere chores and transform into stepping stones towards a desired future. It combats the feeling of aimlessness and brings coherence to your actions. From a philosophical perspective, This habit aligns with teleological thinking, where actions are understood and justified by their ends. It encourages you to be the architect of your own life, rather than merely a bricklayer. It's about designing your life consciously, rather than letting circumstances and external pressures design it for you. By beginning with the end in mind, you imbue your efforts with purpose, ensuring that every step you take is a deliberate move towards a life you truly envision for yourself. The third habit flows directly from the first two. Put first things first. If beginning with the end in mind is the mental creation, then putting first things first is the physical creation, the actualization of your vision. This habit is all about effective self-management and prioritizing your activities based on importance, not just urgency. Imagine a time management matrix with 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, urgent and important crises, pressing problems. Quadrant 2, not urgent but important prevention, planning, relationship building, new opportunities. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important interruptions, some emails, some meetings. And Quadrant 4, not urgent and not important trivia, busy work, time wasters. Many people spend their lives reacting to Quadrant 1 problems, or getting caught up in the perceived urgency of Quadrant 3 tasks, which often feel important but contribute little to their long-term goals. The highly effective person, however, consciously chooses to spend the majority of their time in Quadrant 2. These are the activities that are crucial for long-term success, personal growth, and achieving your mission, but they rarely demand immediate attention. This might include strategic planning, exercising, building strong relationships, learning new skills, or preparing thoroughly for future events. The challenge is that these tasks can always be put off for later, and later often never comes if you're constantly fighting fires in Quadrant 1 or getting distracted by Quadrant 3. Psychologically, dedicating time to Quadrant 2 activities reduces stress because you're proactively addressing potential problems before they become crises. It fosters a sense of control and accomplishment, building momentum towards your goals. It also prevents burnout by allowing for more balance and less frantic reactivity. Philosophically, this habit champions intentionality over impulsivity. It's about making deliberate choices about how you invest your most valuable resource, your time. It's a powerful act of self-discipline, choosing what is truly meaningful over what merely feels pressing. By consistently putting first things first, you're not just managing your time. You're managing your life in alignment with your deepest values and most significant objectives, transforming your vision into tangible reality, one prioritized task at a time. Now we arrive at the habit of thinking win-win. This is a powerful paradigm in human interaction, moving beyond the competitive win-lose or the self-sacrificing lose-win mentalities. Imagine a negotiation or a collaboration. In a win-lose scenario, one party triumphs at the expense of the other. This might create a short-term victory for one, but it often breeds resentment, damages relationships, and makes future collaboration difficult. Think of a zero-sum game where resources are finite, and one's gain must inherently be another's loss. A lose-win scenario is equally problematic. It's often the strategy of people who seek to please others or avoid conflict, sacrificing their own needs and desires, which can lead to feelings of resentment, burnout, and a lack of self-respect. The win-win approach, however, seeks solutions that are mutually beneficial and satisfying for all parties involved. It's based on the belief that there's enough for everyone, and that creative cooperation can lead to even better outcomes than individual competition. This requires empathy, the ability to genuinely understand and consider the other person's perspective and needs. It also requires courage to clearly articulate your own needs and boundaries. The process involves identifying the key issues and concerns of all parties, and then brainstorming solutions that address those concerns in a way that creates value for everyone. Psychologically, thinking win-win fosters trust and strengthens relationships. When people feel heard and respected, and when they see that their interests are being considered, they are far more likely to cooperate, commit, and contribute enthusiastically. It reduces conflict and builds a collaborative environment where innovation can flourish. Philosophically, this habit resonates with concepts of ethical reciprocity and the pursuit of common good. It transcends individual ego and promotes a broader perspective where interdependence is seen as a source of strength, not weakness. It's about moving from me against you to us together, understanding that true effectiveness often arises from synergy and cooperation. By consistently seeking win-win solutions, you build a network of strong, trusting relationships, creating a ripple effect of positive outcomes in your personal and professional life. The fifth habit takes us deeper into the realm of communication and understanding. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. This habit is arguably one of the most transformative for improving relationships and resolving conflicts. Most of us operate in the opposite way. When someone shares a problem or an idea, our immediate inclination is often to jump in with advice, solutions, or our own perspective. We listen with the intent to reply, not with the intent to truly understand. This is often driven by a desire to help, but without truly understanding the other person's frame of reference, their feelings, their needs, and their perspective. Our advice can fall flat or even be perceived as dismissive. Imagine someone telling you they're feeling overwhelmed. Your first thought might be to suggest a new time management technique. But what if their feeling of overwhelm stems from a deeper insecurity, or a fear of failure, or a lack of support? If you jump to solutions without understanding the root cause, you've missed an opportunity for genuine connection and effective help. Seeking first to understand involves empathetic listening. This means listening not just with your ears, but with your eyes and heart. It means paying attention to body language, tone of voice, and the unspoken emotions behind the words. It means putting aside your own agenda, biases, and experiences for a moment, and genuinely trying to step into the other person's shoes. It involves asking clarifying questions, paraphrasing what you've heard to ensure accuracy, and allowing for silence so the other person can fully express themselves. Only after they feel truly understood and validated, and only after you have a comprehensive grasp of their situation, should you then attempt to make yourself understood. At that point, your message will be received with far greater openness and receptivity. Psychologically, this habit builds immense trust and rapport. When someone feels truly heard and understood, their defenses drop, and they become more open to your perspective. It disarms hostility and creates a safe space for authentic dialogue. From a philosophical standpoint, it champions humility and respect for the other, recognizing the complexity of individual experience. It's about moving beyond superficial interactions to create deep, meaningful connections. By consistently practicing empathetic listening, you not only gain a clearer understanding of the world around you, but also become a more influential and respected individual, fostering healthier and more productive relationships in every aspect of your life. Building on understanding, the sixth habit is synergize. This habit is the ultimate expression of win-win thinking and empathetic communication. Synergy means that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. It's about combining the strengths of different individuals to create an outcome that none could have achieved alone. Imagine a group of people, each with unique talents, perspectives, and experiences. If they simply work in parallel, or if they operate in a competitive win-lose dynamic, they might achieve individual results, but they miss the opportunity for something truly extraordinary. Synergy occurs when individuals value these differences, when they seek to understand diverse viewpoints, and when they are open to new possibilities that emerge from the collaborative process. It's not just compromise where everyone gives a little to meet in the middle. It's about creating a third alternative, a solution that is superior to what any single person could have envisioned. This requires a high degree of trust and openness. You have to be willing to expose your ideas, knowing they might be challenged, and be open to modifying them based on the input of others. It also requires creative problem solving, where differences are not seen as obstacles, but as catalysts for innovation. Think of a diverse team tackling a complex problem. One person might bring analytical rigor, another creative vision, another deep technical knowledge, and another exceptional communication skills. By openly sharing their perspectives, challenging assumptions respectfully, and building on each other's ideas, they can arrive at a solution that none of them could have conceived individually. Psychologically, synergy is incredibly empowering. It fosters a sense of collective achievement and belonging, increasing engagement and motivation. It also pushes individuals to think beyond their usual boundaries, expanding their own understanding and capabilities. Philosophically, synergy embraces the richness of human diversity and the power of collective intelligence. It moves beyond individualism to celebrate interdependence and the potential for exponential growth through collaborative effort. It's about finding strength in differences rather than being limited by them. By actively seeking to synergize, you unlock creative potential that resides not just within yourself, but within the collective intelligence of those around you, leading to breakthroughs and innovations that were previously unimaginable. Now we come to the seventh habit, which is arguably the most crucial for long-term effectiveness. Sharpen the saw. This habit is all about continuous self-renewal in four fundamental dimensions of your life: physical, social, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Think of a lumberjack who works tirelessly day after day, cutting down trees with a dull saw. He expends an enormous amount of energy, yet his output diminishes over time because his tool isn't maintained. Sharpening the saw means taking time out from production to enhance your capacity to produce. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity for sustained effectiveness and preventing burnout. In the physical dimension, this means taking care of your body through regular exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate rest. It's about building strength, flexibility, and endurance. Neglecting your physical health can lead to low energy, increased stress, and susceptibility to illness, all of which severely hinder your effectiveness. Taking time for a brisk walk, a healthy meal, or a good night's sleep isn't wasted time. It's an investment in your most valuable asset, yourself. The social-emotional dimension focuses on renewing your relationships and your sense of security. This involves spending quality time with loved ones, building meaningful connections, practicing empathy, and giving service to others. It's also about developing emotional intelligence, understanding, and managing your own emotions, and effectively navigating the emotions of others. Nurturing these relationships provides a vital support system and a sense of belonging, which are essential for emotional well-being and resilience. For the mental dimension, this means continuous learning and intellectual development. This could involve reading books, taking courses, writing, exploring new ideas, or engaging in stimulating conversations. Just as your body needs exercise, your mind needs stimulation to stay sharp and adaptable. A curious and open mind is better equipped to solve problems, innovate, and adapt to changing circumstances. Finally, the spiritual dimension is about finding purpose and meaning in your life, connecting with your values and reflecting on what truly matters. This doesn't necessarily mean organized religion. It could involve meditation, spending time in nature, journaling, or engaging in service that aligns with your deepest beliefs. This dimension provides the guiding compass for your life, grounding you and giving direction to all your other efforts. Psychologically, sharpening the saw prevents depletion and fosters a sense of rejuvenation. It's a proactive approach to well-being that ensures you have the energy, clarity, and resilience to face challenges and pursue your goals effectively. It's a recognition that you are an integrated being, and neglecting one dimension will ultimately impact all the others. Philosophically, this habit underscores the importance of self-care and holistic development. It's a commitment to lifelong growth and the understanding that true effectiveness isn't just about what you do, but who you are becoming. By consistently sharpening your saw, you ensure that you remain a vibrant, capable, and sustainable force for good in your own life and in the lives of those around you. Beyond the initial 7 habits, there is an often discussed 8th habit that focuses on finding your voice and inspiring others to find theirs. While the first 7 habits primarily revolve around personal and interpersonal effectiveness, this 8th habit elevates the focus to leadership and making a significant contribution to the world. It's about moving from effectiveness to greatness, from personal success to inspiring others to achieve their own. Finding your voice means discovering your unique talent, your passion, your conscience, and your contribution. It's about understanding what you were meant to do, what truly ignites your soul, and where your deepest strengths lie. This isn't just about a career, it's about identifying your core purpose and living in alignment with it. When you find your voice, you live with integrity, passion, and a profound sense of purpose. You stop trying to fit into molds created by others and begin to express your authentic self. But this habit doesn't stop there. It extends to inspiring others. Once you've found your voice, the next step is to help others discover theirs. This involves leadership that empowers rather than dictates, that seeks to unleash the potential in people rather than control them. It's about creating an environment where individuals feel safe to express their unique talents, where their ideas are valued, and where they are encouraged to contribute their best. This kind of leadership creates alignment, fosters a shared vision, and unlocks collective genius. Psychologically, finding your voice brings a profound sense of fulfillment and meaning. It moves beyond individual achievement to a deeper sense of legacy and impact. Inspiring others creates a powerful ripple effect, building strong, collaborative communities and organizations. Philosophically, this habit taps into the human desire for significance and transcendence. It's about leaving the world better than you found it, not just through your own actions, but by empowering countless others to do the same. It's about recognizing that true leadership is not about power over people, but about unleashing their power. By embracing this eighth habit, you transition from being merely effective to becoming a truly inspiring force, leaving an enduring positive mark on the lives you touch and the world you inhabit.